who are manning three great institutions in Sikkim and driving the development and the futuristic, the goal which has been set by the Chief Minister. Honorable Speaker is with us, who is manning a very unique assembly where all 32 members are of the ruling party and there is no scope for opposition voice. So this might be a luxury which other speakers in the country doesn't enjoy. Then we have two gentlemen, Bikash and Yogan. These young boys are manning Chief Minister's office, bringing in a lot of new innovations, which is bringing in efficiency in the CM office in Sikkim. Then we have Mr. Lama, Professor Lama, a very known face in Delhi's strategic affairs circle. He understands Northeast like back of his hand, and he has written the vision document for Northeast for Government of India. He is very respected name in the strategic, uh, especially from the Northeast perspective, and he was part of the National Securities Advisory Board also. Professor, welcome. And uh, Speaker Saab, as we all understand from Delhi, 32 members from the same ruling party. CM Saab has also, briefly mentioned about it. Sir, help us in understanding that how do you ensure that since there is no opposition voice, but still the opposition's voice outside is resonated among the members or amongst the assembly. Then, sir, we can come back to your favorite topic of tourism. Help us in understanding this, sir.
Yeah. Hello. अभी तो ऐसे ने कि जैसे अभी जितने भी असेंबली है हम लोग का वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि अभी एजुकेटेड पर्सन है और इशू बेस टॉपिक में डिस्कशन होता है, तो अभी जो भी बाहर इशू होता है तो वो इशू बेस में टॉपिक में डिस्कशन होता है। ऐसे उसमें जैसे इशू बेस में टॉपिक में क्या डिस्कशन होता है उससे तो जो गवर्नमेंट में है उसको भी पॉजिटिव फीडबैक मिलता है, इसीलिए डिस्कशन तो होते हैं, लेकिन इशू बेस्ड डिस्कशन है वो। पहले पर्सनल डिस्कशन नहीं होता है, इशू बेस्ड डिस्कशन में थोड़ा स्पीकर को भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता है, वो तो खुलेआम जैसे डिस्कशन करने लगते हैं। वो बाहर जो डिस्कशन जो क्रिटिसिज्म होता है उसी के ऊपर में भी इशू बेस्ड डिस्कशन होता है असेंबली में।
So, sir, if we, foresee this as a Viksit Bharat and Viksit Sikkim vision, which Prime Minister is inculcating in all the states, including Sikkim, do you think this is very healthy for the democracy to have one party ruling the assembly as well as, the discourse? Or you play a devil's advocate, or you intend to play a devil's advocate and, bring in the voice of the people as well?
या विकसित भारत के लिए जैसे जो भी अपोजिशन को तो एकदम मेन रोल है ही, और जैसे जो डेमोक्रेसी में अपोजिशन नहीं होने से तो डेवलपमेंट नहीं होता है, लेकिन वो जो भी अपोजिशन वॉइस रेस करता है उसी के ऊपर में हम लोग का असेंबली में वॉइस रेस होता है। वो तो ये पॉजिटिव पॉइंट लेके जैसे लीडर ऑफ द हाउस इसमें काम करते हैं, तो वो इसमें कोई बड़ा ये नहीं है सर।
Okay, so Yugan, if I can come to you, if opposition voice is missing in the assembly, but I'm sure it is available across the board, and people must be raking up issues. So you are one of the ears of the chief minister. How do you use technology and other things to gather the feedback, and also help us in understand that how you use the modern digital and the creative economy to inculcate many of the ideas which CM wants to push in?
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. Basically, I would really like to thank India Today as well, because despite Sikkim being the 22nd state and a very tiny Himalayan state, Sikkim hardly appears on the national television. So I would like to really acknowledge India Today for dedicating an entire day for Sikkim. So, and when it comes to the point of having, no opposition, the dissident voices in the state of Sikkim, I guess the question itself proves that the democracy is very dynamic and vibrant in the state of Sikkim. Otherwise, you would not have raised the question, because you being in the media, that you know that there are the voices which has been raised amidst the people and the public. And that is how you got to know about the opposition. So I guess that question itself answers you that the democracy in the state of Sikkim is very vibrant, despite the fact there's no single representative of opposition in the Sikkim Legislative Assembly. And I guess that proves the very able and a very visionary leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister of Sikkim. Like, despite, as you said, like, there's no opposition in the state of Sikkim, but as rightly the Honorable Chief Minister pointed out this morning, like, winning 32 seats in the assembly is not just about celebration, but it is also about the responsibility. And we highly know our responsibility and critically know that the democratically elected government has all the responsibility to govern the people and to give them what is right and what is justifiable. That's one aspect. So, and the other part, I'd like to really focus on the question that you put up, like, how do you moderate? I feel our chief minister is a very young chief minister. And when it comes to young, I feel, of course, we talk about potential, but at the same time, I feel he's a learning chief minister and he has a very inclusive mindset. And inclusive mindset also reflects that how are the young people in the state of Sikkim are included in the governance, so that it gives a clarity that what is the young population who comprises of 55% below 40 years are the actual voters in the state of Sikkim. So he understands what are the young people in the state are thinking. So that is why you can see a very young MP. That is why you can see a very young political secretary. That is why you can see, consider me young as a press secretary. That is how you see OSD. We are all 40 years and below the age group. So when the young people are included in the governance, I feel a learning chief minister is rightly pointing out that I'm a learning chief minister. So we are open up to criticism, we are open up to suggestions, we are open up to advices. So I believe this government, post 2019, under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister Sri Prem Singh Tamangole, is a very inclusive and a celebrated government which actually celebrates the voices of the people, whether that be from the ruling front or whether that be from the opposition front. So I get being us in the government gives us a lot of ears to know the ways and the means that how we can really moderate, and at the end, how we can really take Sikkim a way forward and bring about the holistic development in the state.
Thank you, Yogan. Because if he has touched upon the issue of the demography, that like Sikkim is young, your CM is young, you all are young, and younger generation across the board have different aspirations. They're looking for better jobs, aspirational jobs, as well as newer opportunities. And you are helping Chief Minister manage a lot of political things as well. So how do you communicate, both ways? The aspiration of youth, as well as while talking to the political counterparts, how Chief Minister is positioning this demography. Because
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, India Today Group, and to come on your questions. Like Mr. Yugan has spotlighted on how Chief Minister works, how he functions. We have a very dynamic Chief Minister who always thinks of people, who is always around the people. In fact, he is known as the people's leader. Wherever he meets the people or wherever like people greets him, he understands the problem and he instantly goes on the solution. He calls the bureaucrats or any other officers, related officers, and he tried to instantly get the solution. And other thing is that we being a part of India, we are very fortunate to have a dynamic prime minister who is always supportive to government of Sikkim. In any problem, he simply calls our honorable chief minister and he tries to sort out the problem. We were in very bad shape during the time of COVID-19, and as soon as COVID was over, there was a massive staff load. At that time, we got huge support from government of India, and that support went into the directly into the grassroots people. So also, our chief minister has various cells inside the CMO. Like I don't know about the other states, but in other states,
Chief Minister discretionary grant is mostly used for the disaster related thing. But in Sikkim, we have various cells inside the CMO, like giving out the scholarships to underprivileged children and giving grants to entrepreneurs and helping out the patients who are having their treatment in various parts of country. These all are the things, like he is very dynamic, he all times care for the people. That is why he has been termed most popular CM for 2 times by your group, that is India Today.
Thank you very much. Professor Lama, uh, we heard from three gentlemen that how they are manning two institutions amongst themselves. You are given responsibility of Sikkim University as a vice chancellor there. But before touching upon your role in Sikkim University, there's a unique geographical location of Sikkim. You have dealt with national security aspects and vision document for Northeast as well. So we all understand that Prime Minister has, his deep interest in developing Northeast. And recently we have seen a very good highway coming up in the Northeast, which will be connecting us to Burma. Uh, Sikkim's perspective, rail connectivity may come by 2027, but it's very difficult to reach Sikkim. So how complex do you think the situation is vis-a-vis the national security, and especially when Sikkim is surrounded from almost all four sides from the foreign countries? Although Nepal and Bhutan are friendlier country, and the situation in Bangladesh has changed, and only some kilometers of chicken neck is there, but still, the issues with China and Bangladesh are there. So connectivity-wise, how difficult do you think the situation is, and especially when now Mohammed Yunus government is talking, freely about that chicken neck and inviting China to be part of the BIMSTEC agreement. So I just wanted to prick your mind since you are around. So help us in understanding from that perspective as well.
Well, thank you very much, Achilles. Uh, you know, the Honorable Prime Minister's vision about Vikashit Bharat is being steadily matched by what our Honorable Chief Minister says about Vikashit Sikkim. And he has a team now which is being constituted that talks about 9 goals and 9 missions. We call it 2047 Nawa Lakshya and Nawa Sankalpa. And in this critical 9 goals of Sikkim, which very, very beautifully and magnificently gel with what Honorable Prime Minister says about Viksit Bharat. One of the key aspects, I would say, is connectivity. Our Honorable Prime Ministers, in his interactions with the 16th Finance Commission just a few months back, said that Sikkim is the most integrated geography of India, yet it is the least connected geography of India. And it's absolutely correct. We continue to remain as the least connected. So what do we do it? Because it's in connectivity that we would be able to enter into Prime Minister's goal of Act East policy, linking entire East India, Northeast India, and rest of India with Southeast Asia and East Asia. It is with connectivity that we would be able to use India, Myanmar, Thailand trilateral highway. It is in this connectivity only we would be able to use what you call the deep sea port that is being developed by Japan in Bangladesh, right? So it is very, very crucial for us. What we are thinking is by 2047, we would have absolutely what you call it, very challenging goal, because the global powers competitiveness, which is now being played all around India, I think we need to be prepared for that. So we are thinking of a world-class highway, right? We want quite a few helipads in Sikkim that would be interconnected with Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, to northeast part of India and rest of India. We would like to have new economic corridors. We have done Nathula in 2006. We would like to have Chua Vanjang, as Honorable Prime Minister mentioned this morning, with Nepal. We would like to have similar kind of economic corridor with Bhutan. Therefore, what is very critical for us is using these corridors as what you call it, promoting or conserving our both national security interest and our national power interest. But more than that, I think if you give me 3 minutes more, I would like to say that, you know, in our vision for 2047, among the first vision is, of course, Sikkimese identity. And Sikkimese identity is based on 4 pillars. First is our political history, 333 years regime of monarchy, protectorate state, then again 50 years of independence. And second pillar is, of course, what do we do? We are the biodiversity hotspot, nature, water, mountains. How do we conserve them? This is our identity. And third identity pillar is, of course, cultural ecology, harmony, peace, what do you call it, music, folk literature, and all kinds of soft powers we have. And the fourth, of course, is the critical legal constitutional status of Sikkim under 371F. Therefore, among the 9 critical targets we have, besides this identity conservations by the Sikkimese people and the rest of India, the second very critical goal is how do we transform Sikkim into a new growth pole of India. We have the highest per capita income. What we are saying is, today we have about $6 billion worth of GDP, gross domestic product. And by 2047, if we have to really contribute to $15 trillion economy that is being discussed by the Honorable Prime Minister, we have to contribute at least $75 billion. And this is where. But in doing that, what is very critical in Sikkim today is we are trying to change the development model. Because in the last 50 years, despite development, despite our high per capita income, despite we being organic, despite so many positives, what has happened is the cream of development in Sikkim has gone out of the state. Therefore, because we followed the same development model as followed in Tamil Nadu, as followed in Jammu and Kashmir, as followed in Bengal or somewhere else. So our Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, is very clear that unless and until we change the development model that retains maximum cream of development within the state, we will not be able to do something substantive and transformative. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. You know, so these are, sir, some of the lessons which I learned in my college. When an intelligent professor is talking, never disturb him. So which I followed. Thank you, Professor Saab. Speaker Saab, if I can come to you, Professor Saab was talking that CM has the vision of changing the development model. But the mainstay of development model of Sikkim remains tourism. Maybe because of some bit of connectivity issues, you know, we saw a lesser number than the potential tourists reaching Sikkim, or that may be designed because, you know, that will impact geology as well. So help us in understanding कि सिक्किम में आप लोग किस तरीके से जो टूरिज्म है वो आप इनकलकेट कर रहे हैं कि वो पर्यावरण को भी दूषित ना करे और सिक्किम की इकोनॉमी को वो स्ट्रेंथन करने में मदद करे। और अगर हम 2047 की बात करें, उसके लिए क्या ट्रैजेक्टरी जो है सिक्किम सरकार तय कर रही है?
अंडर द लीडरशिप ऑफ ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री प्रेम सिंह तामाङ, अभी थोड़ा सा ये नेचर बेस्ड टूरिज्म से लेके अलग सा टूरिज्म करना चाहते हैं कि वो ऑलरेडी डायरेक्शन भी हुआ है कि जैसे विलेज टूरिज्म में काम करना चाहता है कि जैसे विलेज टूरिज्म में क्या होता है कि सिटी का जितना भी लड़का लड़की है जितना भी है उसका जैसे मिल्क तो रोज पीता है लेकिन घर से कैसे निकालता है उसका एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, वो एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने या प्रैक्टिकल में अभी विलेज में जा रहा है। जैसे होम स्टे टूरिज्म है, होम स्टे में टूरिज्म में भी अभी बहुत सा काम हो रहा है। जैसे पहले 1000 टूरिज्म जो भी होम स्टे में काम रहा है उसको गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से दिया है। होम स्टे में क्या होता है कि जैसे बर्ड वॉचिंग ग्रुप आते हैं, बर्ड वॉचिंग ग्रुप में तो एकदम सुबह रात को 3 बजे उठ के उसको चाय पिलाना होता है। लेकिन होम स्टे में क्या होता है कि अभी होम स्टे वहाँ पे कैसे चल रहा है कि जैसे उसको होम स्टे होमली फील या जब मेंबर उसको की दिखाया जाता है, किचन यहाँ पे है, सब कुछ दिखा के वो जैसे ओनर नहीं उठना पड़ता है, खुद बना के चलते हैं और रूम कहाँ पे सब कुछ दिखाया जाता है। और रात का खाना में एक साथ में बैठ के फैमिली मेंबर इंजॉय कर सकता है। कभी कभी किसी का माँ किसी दूसरा कंट्री में था, किसी के पिताजी दूसरा कंट्री में, ऐसे ही वो फैमिली एज ए फैमिली मेंबर वो जैसे फेस्टिवल मनाने भी आ जाता है। वो जैसे हम चाहते हैं कि जैसे फ्लोरा एंड फौना में टूरिज्म कर सकते हैं, वो डायरेक्शन है। वो फ्लोरा एंड फौना में तो बहुत रिच है सिक्किम। जैसे फ्लोरा एंड जैसे 515 वेराइटी का ऑर्किड सिक्किम में मिलता है, ऐसे 60 वेराइटी का प्रिमुला, ऐसे ही जैसे 36 वेराइटी का रोडोडेंड्रम। और जैसे वो फ्लोरा एंड फौना में तो बहुत रिच है, मोर देन 5000 एंड अबव फ्लोरा एंड फौना मिलेगा। ऐसे ही मेडिसिनल प्लांट में भी जैसे ऑल इंडिया में अराउंड 6000 है तो 424 तो सिक्किम में मिलेगा। इसी के ऊपर में जैसे हम टूरिज्म करना चाहता है और कल्चर टूरिज्म करना चाहते हैं, कल्चर में टूरिज्म हो। जैसे कल्चर में अभी सिक्किम गवर्नमेंट का एक नोटिफाई हुआ कि जो भी ऑफिस हो या स्कूल में हो एक दिन अपना ट्रेडिशनल ड्रेस पहन के जाते हैं। तो हेरिटेज कल्चर को भी बढ़ावा देके उसी में टूरिज्म करना चाहते हैं। और अलग से जैसे हम लोग चाहते हैं कि ज़्यादा मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, मेरे पास में एक्सपीरियंस है, नॉलेज है, लेकिन एनर्जी नहीं है। इसी तरफ से जैसे मॉडल स्कूल बन रहा है, जैसे हम लोग का एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर के पास में मॉडल स्कूल है, वहाँ गवर्नमेंट चाहता है कि जैसे अभी मार्केट का रिक्वायरमेंट है कि जैसे नॉलेज भी हो, एनर्जी भी हो, जैसे एक्सपीरियंस भी हो। इसीलिए मॉडल स्कूल हम लोग ऐसे जैसे लोग को प्रिपेयर करता है कि तीनों में एक साथ करके, इसीलिए जैसे एजुकेशन में टूरिज्म करता है, हेल्थ सेक्टर में हम लोग टूरिज्म में जा रहे हैं कि हेल्थ सेक्टर में बहुत सा डेवलपमेंट करके अभी बहुत सा जैसे हेल्थ चेकअप के लिए सिक्किम से पहले बाहर जाते थे, अभी सिक्किम में आने लग रहा है। बहुत सा यूनिक तरह का टूरिज्म करना चाहिए, पिलग्रिमेज टूरिस्ट बहुत सा अभी इतने टूरिज्म पिलग्रिमेज टूरिस्ट है, बहुत सा जैसे बन रहा है। जैसे एग्जांपल हम लोग का चार धाम है, जैसे चार धाम सामडुपची और वृंदावन धाम बन रहा है। और एक यूनिक चीज बन रहा है कि मेरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में है कि स्टेयरवे टू हेवन, वो ये स्टेयरवे टू हेवन बन रहा है। ये कंप्लीट 26 तक ये बन कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तो स्वर्ग डायरेक्ट जा सकते हैं आप लोग। जैसे आप लोग के भी इन्विटेशन है, आप स्वर्ग जाने के लिए नहीं, वो देखने के लिए आप लोग भी, महाजन जी आप भी आ जाइए और पीछे बसने वाला भी आ सकता है वो देखने के लिए।
ठीक है सर,
Thank you,
थैंक यू
sir.
शेफा जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। Yogan, Professor Saab talked about changing the development model. So CM Saab must be talking freely, and expressing it. Uh, how feasible do you think breaking the present mold is, inviting the newer investors and bringing in zones? And secondly, from you as well as from Vikash, I want to understand, how is he communicating many of these demands, because he is an ally of NDA, but still, your state requires a lot of demands. How he brings in, those type of conversation in center?
See, we are a very tiny Himalayan state, so definitely when it comes to the holistic development of the state, it has to be in a very holistic approach. So when it comes to development, people may have in mindset that it is all about the infrastructural development, but Sikkim has focused about not just infrastructural development, but not risking the culture and the heritage, which is a tangible and the intangible cultural heritage. Sikkim is not just about products anymore. Sikkim has to be not just exporting products, but now Sikkim has to export ideas. Sikkim has to produce human resources which can actually lead the whole country or lead the whole world. So apart from that, I feel now when the Honorable CM has been focusing on one of the main area where we can really talk about, which has been youth-centric, is about the entrepreneurship. So likewise, when it comes to entrepreneurship, before the panelists have already spoken about one family, one entrepreneur, but Sikkim at these 50 years, we are coming up with a very
Yugan,
vibrant.
actually, we are running
Yeah,
short of time. May I,
yeah,
bring
sure.
in
I
Vikas?
just want to make
Because
one
see,
point.
we are in
Yeah,
Delhi, so we want to understand
yeah.
that how the Honorable Chief Minister is taking up many of these demands to his allies here.
Yeah, actually, I just want to continue with Mr. Yugen. In fact, we are running out of time. So, thing is that already Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has termed all northeastern state as Ashtalakshmi. It has a great philosophical and wider meaning. And Sikkim being part of Ashtalakshmi has a significant meaning. And I think Narendra Modi ji wants to develop Sikkim as well as entire northeast zone as a zone of prosperity, economically sustainable, and he wants to see our everything is sustainably growing in till vision to, till 2047. So uh, always, like Narendra Modi ji has been our guardian, and we as a government in Sikkim, we are always there to implement whatever programs and policies are being sent by government of India, and we want to march ahead for the Vikasit Bharat 2047 rigorously, and whatever is there, we want to implement strictly and move ahead.
Thank you, Professor Saab. Last word is for the teacher. We are very uniquely poised. Sikkim is young, Sikkim is moving ahead, and you are there at Sikkim University now. What sort of new innovation have you done with your experience here at JNU? Or what sort of new innovation, sir? My request this time is to please be brief because we are extending this time.
Yeah. Well,
So,
thank you. Well, I'm no longer with Sikkim University. I continue to teach in JNU. But let me complete three quick things I would like to say. You know, among these now lectures, the one of the most critical lecture is to make Sikkim the green capital of India and the green destination of global world in every sense of the term, right? Organic to green tourism to green energy projects to green industrialization. And besides this, we would really like to play a critical role in supply chains. We have rich designs in the state of various communities. We have used traditional medicinal practices in this state. We would like to really be a part of the Asian supply chain on this. And for this HCM is very, very clear. Two large words I would like to say is we have now developed, despite all problems, idle power projects. And we have so much of installed capacities. And we would like to export this electricity to Myanmar, to Southeast Asia, to Bangladesh, because Government of India has already told us that we have the cross-border energy trading guidelines of 2021. So you can produce electricity and send it to any other countries nearby, right? But the most critical thing for us is we would like to do something big. We have practiced, experienced, and experimented in many ways. So we have to do big things, selective industrialization. We don't want Tom, Dick, and Harry and come to Sikkim and invest. We would like to be absolutely selective as far as investment projects is concerned. A Vietnamese, a Thai, a Singaporean, someone from Europe, someone from North America would come and invest. Selective green investment projects in South Asia, both indigenous and foreign direct investment. The last quick point I would like to say is we have to play big role. Say, for example, in the TISTA management projects, 80% of TISTA flows in Sikkim. Yet we are not included in the TISTA negotiation process with the negotiation with the country, with the countries nearby. So we would like to be a part of this hydro diplomacy project in India. We would really like to have all the institutions, both the tangible and intangible items of Sikkim should be, at least 4 of them by 2047 should be included in the World Heritage List. This is what we are dreaming by 2047, and this would really consolidate and solidly contribute to what you call our national security interests, national interests, and our national powers also. Thank you.
Thank you, Thank you, Professor Lama. So with this, we conclude today's discussion. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, gentlemen. May I now request Pradeep Sagar, Deputy Editor at India Today, to come on stage to present token of appreciation to our panel.